Welcome to the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Unfiltered laughs, honest conversations, and everything in between.
This is your backstage pass to the best moments from Ryder and Lisa.
On demand.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.
Lisa has taken a little trip with her besties to London to see Lady Gaga. I'll be honest, I'm very jealous. Other than the concert part, I do really like Lady Gaga. I just don't have the attention span for a concert, especially when it's one person. Band, a little bit better with a band. But I know Lady Gaga is a show stealer, and as she should, she rocks that stage solo for the majority of her concert, if not all. And she switches it up. She'll go from like dancing and kicking and swinging on things to sitting at the piano and just ripping. And I respect her thoroughly. But I can't sit and watch the same artist for that long. I went to Lady Gaga with Lisa and her friends years ago, dressed as Lady Gaga. Got a little bored at the concert and decided I'm going to the casino. So standing there in a very tight white outfit with my belly hanging out, playing roulette, the casino employee, the dealer, I guess, says, "You're a big fan, hey?" I go, "Yeah, a huge fan." And he says, "You know that the concert's still on." Like, he must have been thinking, why the hell would you dress like that? You've got to be one of the biggest fans, and here you are gambling instead of watching your idol, I'm sure is what he assumed. That's what was going on. Ended up losing money as well. So, no more concerts for me. On Fridays, we don't start with things that are dope. We start with things that are angering you. We give you an opportunity to vent, get it out there, and then we bring on the joy for the rest of the show. Dawn has a complaint to start things off today. She says, "I made a mac and cheese recipe from TikTok last night, and now I have a stomach ache from all of the cheese." Too much cheese is a dangerous thing. I'm lactose intolerant, so even a little bit of cheese, which I often let myself have and shouldn't, is dangerous. But too much cheese, that is probably the worst gut pain you can get. I could drink a 4 liter of 2% milk, and I don't think it would hurt my tummy quite as much as if I had that pasta where they stir the noodles around in the cheese bowl. Have you seen that? That would devastate me for days. So I get you, Dawn.
I hate when I go to the store and accidentally get everything but what I need and don't realize until I get home.
Yes, that is a great one. The other day I was grocery shopping, going to make chicken Caesar salad. The chicken was thawed. The Cajun seasoning was ready. The croutons were in the oven. Homemade, baby. Went to the grocery store to grab a few things, like dressing, for example. Forgot the lettuce. What the hell am I going to make now? This was going to be a salad. No. So I think I just ate chicken and raw vegetables from the fridge, which weren't lettuce. The only vegetable I needed. We're venting right now. That's fun. Feel free to hit me up if you've got something that's bothering you recently.
When you are in a building that has an elevator and people, whatever situation, apartment building, office building, whatever, people repeatedly hit the elevator button as if that's going to make the elevator arrive any sooner.
That's true. That is annoying to watch. Although maybe they're just trying to show you how fast they are. You're not really in a situation where you can sprint. So the best thing they can do to show that they have speed is just hammer that button. I don't know. It's kind of a flex, isn't it? Drrr. Check that out. I would like to vent. Just read that Amazon is having to pay a bunch of people a total of $2.5 billion to settle Federal Trade Commission charges. They apparently enrolled millions of people into Amazon Prime without their consent, because they're not making enough money as is. Let's now start stealing from people. I watched a really captivating and terrifying at the same time podcast, I guess, show. If you've never watched the Tim Dillon show on YouTube, he goes off about this kind of thing, how these major tech corporations are just slowly creating worlds where we are on our phones constantly, that the whole sense of community is gone. You don't really even talk to your neighbors as much as you used to. A lot of people are living in, smaller spaces where they don't feel comfortable having people over. So that eliminates that community. And you spend more and more and more and more time on your phone, which is what they want you to do because then you're worth something to them. It's from 5 days ago. He started talking about Jimmy Kimmel and how that's just a distraction. It's a great distraction, and everybody's feeding into it so that these tech companies can keep getting away with just slowly making us no longer humans who make human interactions. We're just bots that spend money with their companies. It's captivating. Amazon, on top of making all that money, also stealing from people. Hooray! We're venting a little bit. Get it off your chest, and then nothing but good vibes after this. Okay? Crisis hit us up. I went to the dentist office yesterday, and although they are very good and friendly, the dental assistant talked to me like I was a 5-year-old. I'm 44. I feel bad because she was really nice, but come on. That is a thing. It would be really tricky to be, I think, a dental hygienist who's talkative because you're not getting much back. And I hate when they ask you questions. It's tricky, right? But this one specifically, talk to him like he was a 5-year-old. Hopefully, at least if that was the case, you got yourself a little toy on the way out. I used to absolutely rip at the dentist. Venting, what do you got? What's bothering you right now?
When my pets are so rude in the middle of the night. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and they think it's playtime, and they run around the house and jump on things and knock water glasses over, and it's like, go to bed.
Yeah. My dogs are trained to go out to pee in the middle of the night. Why? I know you can hold it. I leave for work. I come back 9 hours later. You're good. I'll let you outside. You don't even really have to pee. So why in the middle of the night? I think they wake up. One of them does, gets bored, and then wakes the other one up and is like, let's go wake up the humans. We need to go outside to pee. It's the worst. Because it usually is at, I'd say 2 a.m., like right as you're REM and up that joint. Get up and let them out. Get out of here. No Lisa today. I'm not so sure that she's in London. I checked her phone, like find my phone or whatever, and it wasn't really working. And then it kicked in and it looked like they might be in Turkey, not in London for the Lady Gaga concert, as they said they were. And I know that a lot of people go to Turkey for surgeries, and I know that her and her friends have talked before about butt lifts. So what do you think? Because I'm starting to be a little bit skeptical. I guess we'll see when they get back. I'll pick them up from the airport, and we'll see. We'll see. It is Friendship Friday, joined by my part-time co-host today, Mike McCormick, who is filling in for Lisa for the 1K word play, but we thought we'd pick your brain about a couple things. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you for having me, Ryder.
We met because I was doing a massive reno on my kitchen, and you were highly recommended. So I got you guys to come in, World Floor Coverings, to do the kitchen reno. And you guys absolutely crushed it to a point that I get kind of annoyed on social media when I post anything about my kitchen. People only bring up the floor. And I'm like, do you know how much I spent on this island that is 1887 barn wood? Nobody brings it up. Just the flooring. So thank you. You guys absolutely crushed it.
You're welcome. It was an intricate job, but and I was sworn at in Slavic a few times from our installer with the herringbone curves, but it turned out wicked.
I also heard that he may have even quit for a bit.
Yeah,
is that true?
He did need a break after that one.
The job was so rough.
Because of you.
Oh, my apologies. We have something in common. We both played really high-level soccer. Well, not quite as good for me. I was the best player from my hometown. There were only about 3 of us that played from my hometown, though. So I go to Red Deer College thinking I'm going to walk on and make this team. There was open tryouts.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even do the drills. The first drill, I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So you've actually played pretty high-level soccer. It must be cool to see the growth of the game in Canada.
Definitely, yeah. I think with the Vancouver Academy and Alfonso Davies stories from Northside Edmonton, There's seems to be a lot of growth with the game and opportunity for kids, and like a little bit of a path where there wasn't before.
Yeah.
Or like hockey, like there's a path when you're like 7.
Here, for sure.
Here in Canada, and now to see like more steps and more programs, it's awesome to see for the youth and the development.
Well, and it's great with how diverse Canada is and how soccer is the game in so many of the countries where people are moving here from.
Yeah.
And they get to bring that joy of the game. And like, it's also really cool. I love when the World Cup happens, and it's coming, and it's so sweet that Canada gets to host some games, but where you see different countries that are like, their games are so different. Kind of reminds me of blood sport back in the day, where you'll have like some guy who's amazing at a martial art going against a boxer.
Yeah.
So what I've always loved about Canadian soccer is that you get all these different cultures together, and our game almost becomes a little more diverse.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm getting a ton of joy right now coaching my son's team.
Sweet.
So that's like, now that my career is kind of over, it's really fun to watch them and the group form together, and it's
yeah. Do you ever sports bet at all?
Yes.
You ever been inclined to bet on your kid's game?
I don't. That's not on Bet365, but
I know.
I'm sure I could find some opposing parents or coaches to lay down some wagers.
It would just be so much more enjoyable. I coach my kid's softball game, and if it was acceptable to like bet the other coach, or to like even my co-coach to be like, $10 says she strikes it.
It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
Would love to give away $1,000 this morning. We've got our contestant on the phone, and because Lisa is gone, things are a little different for Friendship Friday. My buddy Mike is here, and he is going to fill in and be your teammate because he doesn't know how to press all the buttons over here and whatnot. So he'll be the one we're sending out of the room. Okay, Danielle?
Sounds good.
And last night he said, do you have any videos of people winning? And I sent him a few of them, and he was studying them very hard. He didn't study any of the losers. He only knows how to win in this game, okay?
Let's do this, Danielle.
Perfect. I'm ready.
All right, Mike, hit the road.
All right.
I'm going to start the timer after I give you the first word, okay?
Okay.
Let's do this. The first word is snap.
P.
Innocent.
Guilty.
Wine.
Drink.
Yell.
Scream.
Tire.
Wheel.
Great answers. Great answers. Let's get Mike back in here and give away some cash. He's ready.
Do it.
He's got a fire in his eye, Danielle. We could do this. You ready to roll? Throw on those headphones, Mike, and you'll be able to hear all the action. All right. What is the first word that comes to mind when I say innocent?
Guilty.
$25.
Let's go.
We're rolling.
Good start.
Yell.
Shout.
Oh, so close. Scream. When you started to make the S. I was like, we're so close. Okay. We still got this. We'll give away more money. Wine.
Dine.
Ooh, that's a good answer. Drink is what she went with.
Oh.
Tire.
Car.
Oh, wheel. We're at $25. Let's get to 50. Snap.
Crackle.
That's a good answer, too. P. She was snap P. $25, Danielle.
Oh.
All right. Thank you.
Sorry, Danielle.
Listen, first time playing, at least she got some money.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
We don't have to feel shame. Asked that you leave some voice notes for me. Some voice messages, some answering machine messages. Why is my brain all mixed up? Voicemails. There it is. Nailed it. Asked you to leave me some voicemails last night. Posted the number on Instagram, and you came through. This one was just sharing a big secret. I've changed the voice on it to protect their identity. You know, I wouldn't want somebody to get busted when they're trying to help me out and co-host, but it's pretty juicy.
Next message.
I've been seeing my boyfriend for about 8 months, and
A couple months ago, I met his dad. His dad's just recently divorced and is hot. And it's just one thing led to another, and I got involved with his dad, and now we're sleeping together. So I'm probably going to continue to see both of them.
Oh, boy. That's a rough one. You probably shouldn't do that, you know? Like, maybe break it off with the guy if you think his dad's hot and you're getting with the dad. That's your prerogative, but you might want to break it off with the guy's son. It's going to be a really weird Christmas if this ever gets out. Do you think this happens sometimes, though? Because, like, if you're attracted to somebody, you like their facial features and their personality, and family members quite often will have similar facial features and personality traits. Maybe this happens more than we know. Anyway, thank you for sharing. Was not expecting that. Let's go again.
Next message.
Are you not worried about Lisa going to London without you? Like, maybe she'll meet a guy with hair and a nice, thick British accent, a guy who's got some money. Will you sit at home in your track pants eating a rotisserie chicken off your gut? Like, I know, I can only imagine how pathetic you are at that house without her. I just wanted to know. Sorry, are you worried about her falling in love with a Brit?
I wasn't, but if that's what she thinks I'm doing at home, which is precisely what I was doing at home last night, now I'm starting to get a little bit worried. Is that what people think I do when I'm home alone? 'Cause it is.
Next message.
Sitting here drinking a beer, got the kids to bed, wondering, are you a beer guy? Are you a wine guy? What's your preference? Do you like cheese?
Am I a beer guy? Am I a wine guy? Do I like cheese? Yes, yes, yes. Cheese doesn't like me that much, but I sure like cheese. And as far as beer and wine, bring it all on. It just has different times where different things work better. When I'm watching football, beer. When I'm having a nice dinner, wine. When I'm ready to make some mistakes, bourbon. Thank you for the voicemail, though. Appreciate it. Next up.
Next message.
Are there any ticket giveaways or comps this week? Let me know.
Yeah, I don't have any tickets to give away today. I actually got a hold of the BDSM convention, though, and saw if they had some tickets that maybe we could give you. They said they didn't and that their hands were tied.
Next message.
So I'll be at the grocery store, and the guys that are fixing the aisle to make it look perfect, right when they're done, like I'll go and knock over like an item in each section so that it's not like this wall. And it really razzles them up because they usually go to get their manager to show them, and then their manager comes over and like he starts pointing out these spots that they think they missed. That's something that I do that I probably shouldn't do, but I think it's hilarious.
I can see why. The thing I've noticed about grocery stores lately is there's nobody working. Where did they all go? I'll ask a random lady, sorry, do you know where I could find the soy sauce? And she'll be like, no, I don't know. I don't work here. I'm like, yeah, well, either does anybody else, apparently. I'll be honest. Lisa said she's in London with her friends for Lady Gaga. But I just checked her Find My iPhone, and it wasn't really working. Then all of a sudden it kicked in for a second, and it looked like they were in Turkey, not England. I know a lot of people go to Turkey for cosmetic surgery. I also know that her and her friends have talked before about butt lifts. I heard them. So, I guess we'll find out when I pick them up from the airport when they get home. I'll be looking. A lot. The Toronto Blue Jays with a huge win last night. If you've been following them this season, you know that already. It was wild and included a grand slam from Dalton Varsho. Anybody else hear somebody get excited about a grand slam? Want to go to Denny's immediately after? Like, I was perfectly fine watching baseball, and then I hear, grand slam! Like, somebody start the car. We're going to Denny's.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Thanks for being a part of the Ryder and Lisa community. If you liked hanging out with us, don't forget to subscribe and share the laughs with your friends.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.